Welcome back to the Chicago Tomahawk. I'm Mike, and I got my line mate Matt with me. And today we're going to go over the wingers for the Chicago Blackhawks and their evaluations. Matt, let's start it off, man.
Okay, well, let's start off with Kaner. He had 56 games played, 15 goals, 51 assists, 66 points, and a lousy -7, but he can't do it all.
I would give him an A because he got put out in every single situation, and they expected him to do everything, and for the most part, he did. And he made this team better than what it really should have been, which really should have been the dredges of the NHL, and he made them exciting and competitive. So I would definitely, and it's what we've mentioned many times is his defensive play. I thought that he led by example. I thought that he was an excellent leader for the team by playing by example this year, playing offense and defense, creating offensive opportunities by playing great defense. And I thought that he was phenomenal. I'd give him an A.
I'm going to give him an A as well, just because he made DeBrincat look like Panarin-like when they were ripping it up together.
Yeah.
And speaking of DeBrincat, he's next. He's at 52 games played, 32 goals, which was awesome. I think he was top 10, and 24 assists, 56 points, and he was a +3. I'm going to give him an A as well, just for a huge breakout season. Got rid of that. I think he had that bad sophomore, what do they call it, the sophomore slump year. But he had a good breakout, and glad that he's with Kaner because those two are money.
I agree. I'd give him an A. He only played 52 games because he was in COVID protocol for 4. And I think that he would have played every game, to be honest with you. I thought that he played, balls to the walls every single night. He was hunting after the puck if he wasn't on offense. He was hitting guys. He was scoring. He was trying to set up players. I thought that he played phenomenally. Great back checking. I thought he was great on the forecheck as well. And definitely, man. I think that when he got that big contract, he got that last year, and he was really trying to push, and it didn't do well for him. And I think he relaxed a bit this year, and it really showed in his play.
It's good to see him shooting too.
Right.
I think he's a scorer. He needs to shoot.
Right.
Let Kane do the setup.
Right.
100%. On to the next guy. We are Kubalik. He had 56 games played, 17 goals, 21 assists, 38 points, and he was a -3. I'm going to give him a B, just because in a full game season, I think 17 goals would probably be close to 30. So, you know what I mean? Like 56 games is, I think that he would be close to 30. And he did it without a consistent center.
Right.
And I think Taser next year, if these two are playing together, I think we'll have solid 1-2 lines with 4 quality guys.
Yeah, I agree. I give him a B as well. I thought that he looked noticeable on every night, taking shots, which is exactly what his job is. Some players, they're not scoring, so they look to pass the puck off. He didn't really pass the puck off, man. He took shots when he needed to. I definitely think he would have hit the 30-goal threshold
for sure
this year. I think he's a legitimate sniper in the NHL, and I look for more out of him coming forward.
Yeah, we got to get him maybe another passer on his line. Let Taves be the responsible two-way guy. Maybe another setup man would be nice.
Yeah, I mean, I think that Taves can dish the puck. I'd like to see Taves contribute more offensively while he's at this stage, while he can. And then as he grows older, I'd like to see him. I'm sure that he will definitely evolve into that shutdown center.
Yeah, like a David Boland for sure.
Yeah.
Off to the next guy, Brandon Hagel. He had 52 games played. He had 9 goals, 15 assists, 24 points. He was a -7. I'm going to give Hagel a B because he kind of was thrown into the fire. Like, hey, here you go, kid, take it. He showed a lot of speed, great chemistry with what was that? Hinostroza,
Yeah.
the two speedsters. I see good things from him though in the future, so I'm going to give him a B.
I'm going to give him a B plus. Um, I think that he came out of absolutely nowhere, man, and went above expectations. I think that Hagel showed chemistry with a lot of players. Kurashev, I thought he showed some chemistry with. He played some time with Kaner. He went up and down the lineup from the top line to the third line. Up and down. I think that he could possibly grow into a difference maker in the NHL, considering his speed. I think he's what, 6 feet tall, so he's not short on size and not a small winger. And I think that whenever he had an opportunity, he definitely made his presence known. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what he's got.
I would like to see him be a penalty kill guy. Just because he's so fast.
Yeah.
And I think like you can almost give that guy the puck when he's on the kill and he could play keep away. I think he's that type of guy.
Yeah.
Kind of like a Darren Helm of the Red Wings.
That's a very interesting comparison. Yeah.
Remember that one shift he had, Darren Helm had the shift for the greatest shift of his life against the Hawks. I think it was a playoff game. He killed the whole penalty pretty much in our zone, just going back and forth behind the net. And I was just like, oh my God, this is embarrassing. But getting off track.
Yeah.
We'll go to Vinny Hinostroza, who was acquired. Who did we trade for him? Was it Highmore?
I believe so. Yeah. Matthew Highmore.
So
I like Highmore, man. I think that he gave a lot of effort. Are we going to grade him as well?
I don't have his stats because he was not on the team. Actually, yeah, you know what? It might have been for somebody else. I thought it was a defenseman. Wallmark, was it? Maybe I'm wrong.
Oh, not Janmark. Wallmark. Yeah, Lucas Wallmark. I'd have to look that up.
Yeah, we'll have to look it up. But Vinny had 17 games played with the Hawks, or actually it could be the whole season. I'm not sure how many games he played with the Panthers. But he had 4 goals and 8 assists. And he was a +2, and he had some really good chemistry, like we said, with Brandon Hagel.
Yes.
I'm going to give him a B, just because I remember when we acquired him, I was pretty much making fun of the guy. Like, oh, here we go, bringing him back. And you know what? The first game, he came out flying.
He did.
I mean, he looked good the first 6 games. I think he had 6 points in 6 games. And you know what? I felt like an idiot. I was like, geez, I shouldn't have said anything because he's tearing it up right now. And I know he's a free agent. Hopefully we can get him a 2-year deal cheap. I think he would fit in.
I think he would
fast
too.
Enough. Yeah.
We were both wrong. He got traded for Brad Morrison.
Brad Morrison, wow.
I don't even know who Brad Morrison is, man.
No, I thought maybe that other guy was included with the other Florida trade with
Borgstrom
and Conley.
Yeah, possibly. So, yeah, I would give Vinny the time that he had, I would give him a B, man. I think that Vinny just showed up on a mission, and that mission was to make the team and to stay there. And I think
he wants to play.
Yep, he does. Yep. I think that he's got a lot of offensive upside, and he, once again, he back-checked very well, especially his chemistry with Hagel. I mean, it was very apparent right from the get-go that these guys liked playing with each other and could play with each other very well. So I give him a B. I would love to see him back next year to see more that chemistry continue with him and Hagel, and maybe throw him on the penalty kill with him as well. They can
speed kills.
Yeah, it does.
Yep. Now we are at Conley, who we got in the Florida trade. He had 10 games played. I think he had 2 points. I'm not sure. I'm going to give him a C, just because I don't want to give him a D because he didn't play that much. And he was pretty much like a Bickle 2.0 with the Teuvo trade.
Yeah.
We had to take on that contract to move some guys. And we were kind of doing Florida a favor. But we did get Stillman, which was nice because I think he's going to be a great anchor for our blue line for a couple years. But I'm going to give him a C. Hopefully you know what? If we use a buyout, I hope we use it on him, and just clear that cap.
If we're going to use the buyout, I would really like to use it on Zadorov if we have to.
Well, he's not signed.
Right, that's right. That's right. I take that back.
Yeah.
I would give him a C as well.
To
be honest with you, I want to give the guy a non-applicable because we just didn't get much to see from him. And to be honest with you, if we have to grade him from the time that he did play, how many games did he have?
10.
10. Yeah.
I don't remember a thing.
I don't either. To be honest, I know he had a couple of big goals, but maybe a B minus, C plus, B minus, because he actually contributed when he did play, and I didn't see him make any defensive mishaps. So I'd give him a B minus, a C plus.
Okay, we are at Ryan Carpenter, who I'm a big fan of.
Yeah, I am too.
I think he needs to be re-signed, and I hope to God that Francis doesn't take him because he's unprotected. But it's risky.
From the Kraken?
If he does take him, I mean, he's got to sign him.
Why would he take him when he could take Zadorov?
Well, that's the rumor, man. That's the rumor I wanted to talk about. We'll get to Ryan Carpenter's grades, and then we'll jump over to your boy.
Oh, okay. But, I just can't stop talking about him. I'm sorry.
Carpenter had 40 games played. He had 4 goals, 1 assist. The numbers do not tell the story for this guy.
No, they don't.
Works his ass off every game, does the little things, and that's a guy you want on the fourth line. That's the guy who is going to hold you accountable, keep these young guys in line. And I hope to God we give 2 years, 3 years. I think he would be a great fourth liner for us and a penalty killer as well.
I do too. I would give him a B minus because of there were no problems with the fourth line this year. I thought that they did their jobs of what they're supposed to do, what their purpose is, and I thought that they did it well. I thought that he played center and he played right wing, I believe, and I thought that he played very well, solid defensively. And he would chip in when he could offensively. He can slide up to the third line, to be honest with you. But
he's young. He's still young.
Yeah, he is.
It almost seems we think of him as a veteran, but he's actually young. He comes across as just a solid, composed guy.
Right, he does.
He's
very
still
mature.
Young. He's still young. Yeah.
Yeah. I like him.
I got our last winger here, but he did play center. We'll do our centers next show, but
okay.
Kurashev is he had 54 games played. He had 8 goals, 8 assists, 16 points, and he was a -9. Beginning of the season, I was really, really high on this guy. He was winning puck battles. He was going to the boards, and he'd come away with 2 guys were on him, and he'd sneak out and set up Kaner for a goal or even score himself. And I feel like we got 2 Kurashevs. We got a really good one in the first half. Wow, this guy's got a lot of promise. And then the next half of the season kind of faded away a little bit.
Right.
So I'm going to give him a C plus just because I think there's more to him.
I agree with you. I'd give him a C plus as well because I think that he did play well at the beginning of the season. And then as the season went on, he was moved from center to wing to center up and down the lineup. And he didn't have a spot to say, hey, Kurashev, this is your goal. This is your responsibility. This is what you're supposed to do. And I think if he had a more solidified role on the team, on a spot that he could work on, I think that he would be a better player. I think that he's got great skating ability. He back checks, which is phenomenal. And he has a lot of offensive upside. I think he's got great vision. And can pass the puck, man. I like the kid. He's young. I would like to see what more that he has of him, but I have a feeling that the Kraken might take a shot at him because of his because of what he's shown. And if he were to be given a bigger role, I think that he would shine more.
So he's not protected?
I don't think that he is.
I thought he was exempt because of his.
Okay.
I hope he's not.
Yeah, then he has only played 1 year, right? That was last year. Yeah, then he should be exempt then.
Well, we'll jump over to your boy, Zadorov.
All right.
This is what I've heard, that most likely they are taking him.
No way.
Yes, I read 2 reports today on that, and That surprises me because he's a UFA or an RFA. I'm sorry. So I guess he's guaranteed to sign him. Like eventually, when you're an RFA, you got to take a deal or you're gonna sit or you
Right.
get traded. But the guy wants $5 million a year. If they pay him that's I know they're starting from zero, but that's insane. Don't you think for what's out there, you're gonna waste your money on that?
I heard reports of 5.8 that he wanted 5.8.
Jeez, man, for what?
I mean, they're rumors, obviously, but I don't know, man. He has a reputation, a reputation for being big and hitting guys. I don't see the upside of him defensively. To be honest with
No.
you, if we had I don't see why not throwing him onto a fourth line checking role, and throw him in at left wing and
John
just
Scott.
and just have him roll around and hit people, man. To be honest with you, but that really does surprise me. That surprises me, and what really surprised me is Gabriel Landeskog being left unprotected. I think that really says a lot from Joe Sakic, to be honest with you. Maybe it's a warning call, or maybe this is part of the negotiation process. But if I was the captain of the team and I've been there for 10 years and I'm looking to sign a deal and the GM is leaving me exposed to the expansion draft, I would be pretty upset, man.
I think it's strategy. I mean, he's got a young group. He could protect one more guy, knowing that Landeskog is a free agent. So it's a gamble for Ron Francis to take him. He's not guaranteed to re-sign any of these guys that are UFAs. It's tough. It's a gamble. So maybe Sakic's thinking, oh, there's no way he's going to re-sign with the Avs. He loves it here. We love him, but we're just not there with the numbers yet. So I think that could be it. But like you said, there were reports of him being upset. And I'm sure he is, but I mean, he might be asking for some big numbers here, and he's got to see, hey, Nathan McKinnon's on my team, Cale Makar is on my team. These guys are going to get paid soon. I cannot be making money like that.
Well, he's probably thinking I've been here 10 years and it's time for me to get paid.
I paid my dues. I get it, but I mean, I wouldn't pay him more than $7 million a year.
Yeah, I wouldn't even pay him that. I'd pay him 6.5.
He's good. He plays on the first line, but he's got two really, really good guys.
Yeah, he does.
He got Mikko Rantanen and you got Nathan McKinnon.
Well, think of it this way, man. I mean, this isn't like, what if he was playing on a different line? Everyone's going to put up big numbers with Nathan McKinnon.
Yeah,
and Mikko Rantanen.
It's true.
Like he isn't the draw of that first line.
No, he's not He's maybe a good locker room guy. He'll put up good numbers, but he's not going to put up those numbers without those guys. Plus they got Grubauer to re-sign. You need a goalie.
Yeah.
You got to spread the money out a little bit now. This is what happens. We know this well. 2010, we won. It's hard to piece everything back together. At least we won. These teams are losing.
Yeah.
And they're figuring it out. That's got to be tough.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but I was surprised about Carey Price.
Yeah, honestly. I was pretty surprised about that too. Maybe they asked him, like, do you want another opportunity somewhere else? Or
I don't think they did. I think that they're just so confident that no one's going to take that contract. But
yeah,
Carey Price is a very elite goaltender. Even if you're paying him a lot of money, you know what you're getting. Like,
imagine if he played on the Avalanche.
Yeah, they'd win a cup. Yeah, I mean, nothing against Grubauer, but that guy could steal you games, and he's very consistent. But if I'm Francis, I think I'm taking him, man. I think I'm not going to pass that up. Look at the goaltenders: Jonathan Quick, Ben Bishop, Drieger. I'm going to take Drieger from Florida to be my future, and I'm going to take Price for right now. That's what I would do, and I'd pay the money. Who cares? And the Canadians are going to regret that because they're protecting Jake Allen.
Yeah.
Have they not seen St. Louis games with him? Are you kidding me? That's insane.
I thought that I read it wrong, to be honest with you. I thought that I read the article wrong when I read about it, that they were protecting Jake Allen over Carey Price. That's crazy, man.
They're just confident that no one wants that deal. But, I mean, he's making $10 million, but he's an elite goalie.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I think I would take Price, man. I really do. I think He'll sell a bunch of jerseys.
Yeah.
The fans will get excited. Oh, we got Carey Price. And I think I would start there. I would build my team around Carey Price. And I know I could build a solid defense, and then you got so many good wingers too. They're gonna have a fun time Wednesday.
Oh man, it's really hard to believe. Who else on the Hawks, man? That is they protected Strome.
Oh yeah,
can you believe that?
No, I don't get that one. If anything, if you wanted to resign Zadorov, don't you think they should have protected him? That just means that he's not coming back. They're not even close. So Dylan Strome, man, maybe they want to protect him to trade him. Hopefully that's the reason. But if they're protecting him because they like him, we're gonna suck again.
maybe he's part of the package in a possible Seth Jones package that they're throwing it in. You know,
it could be because
they need centers, don't they, in Columbus?
They need everything.
Yeah,
they need everything. They're struggling. So here I got a tweet from Blake Murray. This guy's cool as hell. He's always texting us. He wants to talk about the candidates to lose in the expansion. Will Landeskog, which we've just been talking about, will he go to Seattle or stay in Colorado? And you know what? I kind of want to jump to Tarasenko. What do you think about that? I'm
hearing rumors to Boston.
Well, no, he's not protected.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I thought I was probably, obviously it's the rumor mill. I was hearing that he wanted to go to Boston.
Yeah, I heard the Islanders.
Wow.
But then they did not protect him. And he's another guy, like you see his name out there, you can't pass that up. You got to grab that guy. You
can, but he's had a lot of shoulder problems the past few years. And you know what? Yeah. Shoulder injuries are a bad thing to have in the game of hockey, man.
That's true. And bad knees.
Yeah, and bad knees. And a bad back.
Yeah.
I'm just saying
everything's all connected.
Right.
So. Yeah.
Yeah. You don't want bad joints.
No. But
yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know either. I think I would take him though. If my choice is, if I have to pick a guy from the Blues, I'm picking Tarasenko.
Man. Now, do they, per the rules, you don't have to take one player from every team. You could take two from, the max is two, right? 2 picks from each, from one team if you wanted to?
I'm honestly not sure about that. I thought it was 1 player per team. I've seen some teams make a trade. I think the Hawks did it with Vegas. I think they took Trevor Van Riemsdyk, and flipped him for a pick. I'm not sure. I think it was with the Hurricanes or something.
Yeah.
But I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of that too. And you know what? If they do claim Landeskog, I don't think he's going to re-sign with them, quite honestly. There's going to be a couple of situations like that. But they'll flip him. They'll flip his rights for a pick and build for the future.
They go deep. Who knows?
Yeah.
That's what she said,
You know
right?
who else? That's what she said. You know who else I saw? That I was surprised? Mark Giordano from the Flames, the captain. I've also heard they're going to take him too for the experience on the blue line. He's a good player. I've always respected him. He was undrafted, and he was the next captain after Jerome McGinley.
Mm-hmm.
And he's
tough shoes to fill, man.
Yeah, I thought he did well though. I mean, that's that team. I don't understand them. They're up and down every year. They're good. They're bad. They're good. They're bad. Johnny Gaudreau and Sean Monahan. They're not winning with these guys, so they might want to consider flipping these guys and starting over again. Because I think Daryl Sutter's going to start his full season with these guys, and he's a Stanley Cup champ.
Multiple.
He's a tough coach. He's a tough coach to play for. I heard he's kind of like a Tortorella. He wants stuff done his way, and I have a feeling a lot of these guys aren't going to want to deal with that. So we might see these guys moved. Yeah,
they said that actually that he communicates. A lot of the players mentioned that he's a very good communicator with them. Daryl Sutter.
He seems like an awkward dude, but you know what? If you listen to some of his interviews, he's a pretty smart guy. He's a little like, the hell is he talking about? But it makes sense.
Yeah, man. I love this. The expansion draft is such, it's so much fun to talk about. As far as the Hawks are concerned, who do you think could be taken? Do you think we're going to end up keeping Calvin DeHaan?
You know what? After reading that report today, it sounded like a guy was an insider for Seattle, and they were high on Zadorov. You know what?
Yes.
I think yeah, that's what I said. I said, thank you very much. Enjoy. I'm happy with keeping DeHaan. Who doesn't want an experienced blue liner? I mean, we just got to get him a solid partner.
Right.
For the whole year. Don't keep flipping him with guys.
Right.
Get chemistry with these guys. They got to know each other. And I hope we do, but I still have a feeling that Francis will say, yeah, you know what? I'm going to go with DeHaan last minute. And just put a dagger in us. Yeah.
The Islanders, they traded Andrew Ladd's rights to Arizona, and they have $19 million in cap space now, and they think that the Islanders are going to try and pick up a big ticket free agent.
Who would you think is a big ticket? Taylor Hall, your best offensive guy?
No, I don't think he fits with their playing style. No. They would need a.
You got to dig through a trade, I think. I think that if the Islanders want to be successful, they're not going to get it at the free agent market. I think they have to trade. That's just me.
Yeah, I think that they need they might need another. Well, they need more scoring, man.
Yeah, Barzell. It's pretty much Barzell and Barzell.
Yeah,
these other guys are just grinders.
They chip in, but
they get the job done. Yeah. But I mean. You kind of need a DeBrincat. You need a guy that's going to get you 35 goals, 40 goals just to, get the workload in, and you can get some occasional 20-goal guys and stuff like that. But, I mean, yeah, with Barzell, they're asking too much from him. And honestly, he doesn't really have a playmaker that's helping him.
I was just going to mention that. I was thinking maybe they need a playmaking center for him.
I mean, they have Anders Lee. I know he's going through his injury, but he is like a Thomas Holmstrom. He's like he makes his living in front of that net, and he gets dirty goals. He's a great player.
Right.
But he I'm not sure when he's coming back. Hopefully he'll be ready for him. But he kind of had an injury like Kucherov, so he could be out for a while.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, we'll be looking into more rumors and trades as they come out. Yeah.
Philly had a trade with Nashville, didn't they? Ellis. I think.
Yeah,
I'm surprised. Yeah, I'm surprised about that one. Nolan Patrick went over there, and I'm surprised Philly gave up on him. I know he has some concussion issues, headache issues, and I feel his pain because I get those same headache issues all the time. It sucks. You don't even want to open your eyes, and you just want to be in the dark. I get it. But I think they might regret that one. Nashville kind of finds gem through, trades. Right. Some of their guys, not so much Johansson and Duchesne anymore, but didn't they have that Fiala from he had a good season this year, and that was a good trade for David Pulley or David Poyle, I'm sorry. I'm surprised that guy's still the GM. He's been their first GM, and he's still there, and that's respect, man. That's a long time to be a GM, and he's been consistent. So I hope he knows what he's doing with these two trades. He had that Victor Arvidsson and Ellis. Those are two key guys. So looks like he's going younger. So I hope it doesn't work out, but because they're in our division, obviously, and I don't want them to succeed. But I don't know. I think that was ballsy on him. So hopefully it works out for him. But I don't know. I don't think it will.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Because they made it to the playoffs, but they bowed out pretty fast.
Saros made it to the playoffs.
Yeah, Saros made them get it to their playoffs. Do you think that maybe they're just going for a rebuild?
Well, I don't think he's ever going to say that, but it seems like it. You're getting rid of these core guys,
right?
I mean, what do they call it? Reloading. reloading on the fly, rebuilding
Yeah.
on the fly now is the cool thing. But
Yeah.
he's
The
getting
buzzword.
younger. Yeah, I mean, maybe he is, but he's not. You never want to go and tell your fans that because you just know, it's going to be a long couple years. And
Right.
I mean, I think the last team that actually said they're going for a rebuild was the Rangers.
The Red Wings.
Well, the Red Wings have been rebuilding since, they Nicholas Lindstrom retired.
Yeah.
But the Rangers said they're rebuilding. The next year they signed the Bread Man, and they're competitive. They're good. And that was the fastest rebuild I've ever seen. And I wish we could have something like that.
Yeah.
So I consider us in our early stages still too. I hope we don't take a step back, but it could happen very easily if we don't get what we need this summer.
I think the big thing is that we're trending in the right direction, and I think that's what's really important.
Offensively, yes, we
Yeah.
are. I'm not mad about it. I mean, I'd like to see some, maybe a couple key free agents that could fill in some holes, but
Yeah.
defensively, no, we're not even close. Not even close.
Well, cool, man. Do you got anything else?
No, I can't wait till tomorrow, right? The expansion draft. I'm going to sit back and
I thought it was Wednesday.
tomorrow Wednesday, right? Oh, I'm sorry.
Tomorrow's
My
Tuesday.
days are off. So I can't wait till 2 more days. So
Right.
I'm going to sit back and hope to God I hear Zadorov taken just
Taken?
for I'm going to cheer for you. I'm
Yeah.
going to shoot fireworks off in the backyard for you. I mean, that's going to be like our Stanley Cup this summer.
Yeah.
Zadorov shipped off to Seattle.
Maybe I'll do a Twitter live for that and see how it goes.
Yeah,
For the expansion
let's try
draft.
it. Let's try it out. Let's get a couple of our listeners on with us. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Well, all right, guys, that's all that we got for you tonight. We'll be keeping you guys updated on Twitter and Facebook on what we've got coming up, what's going on in the NHL, and in general this exciting time. Expansion draft, free agency is coming up, and there's a lot of movement, and it's a great time to be a hockey fan. Can't wait to see what these teams look like next year when they're all reloaded and guys are in new places. But that's all that we got for you guys tonight. This is the Tomahawk, and we're out.